We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, LTV, the best in the world.
Become a member and fund our work
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
Welcome back to Ulti TV's coverage of Glasto 2022. Lorcan's getting ready to blow that horn. I'm a man in a van. Benji Reese on the comms. We've got Surrey Scorpions in white versus Team Surrey in the blue, featuring Hall & Oates, which, respect for playing in costume, I like it. Rolling back the ears. Cheeky little inside throw there, opening this one up a little bit. Just outside the end zone. Scorpions look for the force in. And they get it as well. Solid start there, not afraid to look for the deep shot. Get the deep game fired up early. It's a lovely day here down in Somerset in the southwest of England. We've been blessed by the weather. We've had heavy rain this week. But yeah, sun's come out today, which is most welcome. So about over halfway through today's play. Lorcan, have you tried calling it? Another wicket down in the test. South Africa 72 for 7. Got option open towards this near side. Looking to open that one up downfield. There's a player in a little bit of space. But that one is absolutely ripped away from him. But they can't. They can connect on the other end, in fact. And into the end zone. It's going to be an early break for the Scorpions. They lead 2-0 in this battle of kind of current students versus their grads. Early error again there from TSU. Wayne House picks it off. Looking into the backfield. Getting it back now, Wayne House. Fapper on this near sideline. A little bit of give go. Still got that reset available if he wants it. He doesn't, but eventually he takes it. Fapper looking into the end zone. Oh, wow. Just about snuck that one in there. Defender just did not have eyes on the disc at all and was punished for it. Nickel Thapar listed 80s icon as kick puncher, the man whose punches have the power of kicks. And he really kick punched that one in there. You a fan of Kick Puncher Lorcan?
I'm more a fan of his arch nemesis, Punch Kicker, the man who's
kicks have the power of
kicks
punches.
have the powers of punches.
But that's just not as good, right?
It depends. Do they also have the dexterity of punches? I always assume they do. So he could like throw a couple of more expansive punches. You know, you gotta be careful. It's all about how you use your abilities.
Scorpions pulling again, up 3-0.
Are the Clash 80s?
Yeah, probably. That is hucked to no one by John Oates. I guess he was looking for Hall, but Hall's not on the line this time.
That's unfortunate. With I always preferred them as a partnership. They never really were as successful solo.
They didn't really do anything solo, did they?
Exactly.
Also, everyone calls them Hall and Oates, but they never called themselves Hall and Oates. It's always Darryl Hall and John Oates. They always put the first names in there. That one, a huge bid from Oates. Has to pick himself up, though, as this one is shot deep over the top. Oh, what a bobble. What a bobble.
That's unfortunate, especially after you escape the diving figure of Oates.
I thought you were going to go and play frisbee.
I suppose if I can go and find where relics are. Oh, I think I can see him all the way from here, so yes, I think I will. See if I can hop on for a few points. Although, are they all wearing red?
You'll burn that bridge when you get to it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll go see.
TSU just playing it calmly around the back. Looking for the squeeze in there. No, high stall count rising. Oates, aka Billy Retham, picks it up. Oh, and Oates can't go for that. No can do. Here's the Scorpions looking deep. Oh my goodness, what a grab. The air on that is obscene. It's just plain not fair. Here's the replay. Just pick it up, jack it, put the air underneath it, and launches high to bring it down. Unbelievable. Oates has now taken his leave, and Darryl Hall's gone on the line. Okay, Jacob Beresford. Only people I've seen today really playing in costume, so respect for that. That disc is going to be brought into the front of the end zone after rolling out the back. This one's floating, it's hanging towards the back of the end zone, but TSU will bring it down for the first score, and trying to get some energy going by throwing it up in the air is Thomas Butler. See it again on the replay. Gets the box out there nice and early and goes up with two hands to bring it down. Always nice to get your first point of the day on the board. Of the game, I should say, rather than of the day. So the Scorpions back on offense. I thought about the deep look, but holsters it for now. Happy to just grind underneath at the moment. Oh, spicy. And here's a now clean-shaven John Oates. What happened to his tash? Run through D gets it back. Another high grab brought down. There's an inside option there. Oh, this one's going to be floated. And floated out of the back. Just maybe got a bit too hasty with that one. It was definitely on though, to be fair. So Oates will bring it to the front. So TSU looking to get their first break of the game. This one's floating, misread. It was brought down, but inbounds, yes, no. Haven't seen a signal either way, out of bounds it must be. Are you back?
Yes, I am. Slight misread of the schedule. As we see a huge shot, it's being read well, but scooped up by the Surrey Scorpions.
The Scurry Scorpions.
The Scurry Scorpions, yes. A scorpion, of course, being a native insect to the southwest of England. Scurry being the movement commonly associated with it. It's very similar to the woodlouse, as that's a hand block. Was that Oates?
Yeah, he's had a shave, but it is Oates.
It's hard to tell without the mustache, of course.
You ever rocked a tash?
Oh, many times. I've rocked some ludicrous tashes. Like, I mean, that's like as ludicrous as that scuba and as ludicrous as that catch. Oh, too much heat on it.
And somehow as ludicrous as that draw, because she had it, and it just somehow squirted through.
It's tough when it's spinning that much. You got to stop that rotation.
You got some blue on your nose still.
Thank you.
Would you like some tortilla chips?
I'm okay, thank you. 4-1 right now to the Scorpions, understandable. More experienced side. A big shot, lots of chasing. It's going to be tough to bring that down. And he couldn't get there.
Had to get a read on that a little bit earlier, I think. Not going to allow you to do that in case people have got misophonia.
Oates, down the line.
Oh, a little bit overthrown. It's at the rescue. Just didn't quite get there.
Tough to watch it fall right in front of you. Outside of your outstretched fingers. Big bid!
You could see he really set himself for that, did Butler.
Coiled himself and then sprung into action. So, Scorpions can't convert. TSU putting up a good fight. Oh, and there.
It's just threw it right into that poach.
He heard him coming.
Right into it. He needs to be wearing his 80s aviators.
I heard, I assume you've already done the he can't go for that pun.
I did. No can do. Oh, that is floaty in the extreme, but well read.
So Scorpions able to get away with this thanks to the skills of their receivers a lot of the time.
Scoobering over the top. Continuation, no. There's an option in the force, no. Maybe knife it to the back.
He drops it, tries to drop it over the defender. Great bid. Great recovery by the defense. I think that was a drop off the fingers, but it was because of the pressure.
Did enough. You don't always have to get it yourself as long as your opposition doesn't.
Phantom D.
When did you play for Uganda?
Oh, so this was back when I was touring Africa. I was a part of the Black Cross. We're like the Red Cross, except, we go around killing people. Thought I'd pick up a little bit of frisbee while I was in Uganda.
You don't really hear much about the Black Cross.
No, not since the old piracy days.
Is that because it's not real?
How dare you, sir? Are you accusing me of making things up?
I mean, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I dated somebody who was working in Uganda for a few months in a children's health clinic, and they played in the first ever 7-on-7 women's game in African Ultimate while they were there. Yeah, this was back in, what was this, 2012?
Nice.
No, I think 2014.
Simple throw to the end zone for the score. 5-1.
Very nicely done.
I will try and get some more Hall & Oates puns in.
Please do. I've exhausted the one song by them that I know off the top of my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't think of what would be... I definitely heard Hall & Oates songs, but...
Man-Eater?
That was them?
Whoa, here she comes.
That was them?
Yeah.
Wow.
You Make My Dreams Come True?
Wow, yeah. These are all songs I love as well. Well, I don't love them, but they're great songs. So they come on, I'm never mad about it,
I love a bit of Hall & Oates. Bit of Daryl and John.
As they always called themselves.
Yes, Daryl Hall and John Oates. And they're both on, and they've both had a shave.
Understandable. You got to imagine the wind resistance on those mustaches gets difficult to deal with.
Might be causing a bit of drag, yeah.
Honestly, the guy playing Daryl Hall looks like he is in drag from the right angle. You could be excused for thinking that was Dolly Parton when he turns around.
So on the sideline, they're trying to trap them there, looking for the reset. Hall gets it off. This one looking maybe for a reset to Hall. He's there, and he's put that one, just out of touch.
Leaned back, out of time.
Yeah. Out of our heads when you're not around. There we are, got another one in.
Man, those guys had bangers.
Confirmed.
Let's see if Surrey can bang this in themselves. They go for the shot to the end zone. Collected on the second asking. He toes in the end zone to the end zone. Very nicely done.
Yeah, and for Hall & Oates, it feels like they've lost that loving feeling.
Well, hopefully they can find it, get it back. That was... Here you see the shot. It's well read. He sees the space behind Hall and then gets him in.
Feels like their graduates are really giving them an adult education.
So TSU are the university team?
They are the current students.
Right, okay.
And Scorpions are the ex-students.
That makes sense.
Or as we call them, people.
Not alumni?
No.
Anybody who's gone to university is obviously gonna try and make it onto this Scorpion side. Where is Surrey? Is that in south of London?
It is south of London. Like Guildford.
That's a point of reference maybe some of the listeners will get.
It's the county town of Surrey, I think.
Really?
I think so.
Oh, there you go. Guildford sounds like something you join in an Elder Scrolls game.
It does, doesn't it?
Welcome to the Guildford.
Never really went in for those games.
Yeah, me either.
want to squeeze that one down the sideline, but it's not there. Oh, they do eventually get it off. Butler wants to float this one out there, and it is ripped down, and there's a bit of a collision.
Taken with strength, though. Getting up big, making it 6-2. Keeping it close. Takes a lot of bravery. They don't mind throwing it into some contested spaces. Playing a bit of jump ball downfield. Nice to see the respect. I mean, that's always a cool thing when the veterans come back to play.
I disagree. I think you should show them no respect for abandoning you. How dare they get on with their own lives?
As the collegiate side, yeah, but the collegiate side is generally the one that gets pantsed.
Correct, yeah.
Because I believe the Macarena is being played? No, it's just somebody dancing to the Macarena. There's another look. Contested shot. 2 defenders. Doesn't matter. Takes it down.
I'm trying to work out what the music is, and I can't. Oh, it's Karma Chameleon by Culture Club.
Is it?
Oh, maybe not.
I don't think so. Who we haven't mentioned yet? Adam and the Ants.
And we'll see if Scorpions now can stand and deliver. Thank you.
Or will TSU spin them right round?
That's not.
Oh, that's
not
a
Adam and the
different...
Ants. That's Dead or Alive.
That is, yeah. That's a different flamboyantly dressed lead singer. Big blade across.
Oh.
Huge bid, but nothing. He would have landed out of bounds anyway. Got to appreciate the attempt. I love that sit into it, arcing blade.
Yeah, he tried to make their dreams come true. But, unfortunately, the sky was falling, and so was he.
Benji just revealing the depths of his Hollow Notes love. Nicely forced out by the defense.
Behind every good man is an even better search engine. I mean, I must admit, full respect for playing in costume.
Especially the hot pants, which clearly look homemade.
Oh yeah, I respect the homemade jorts, as someone who has also been wearing homemade jorts this weekend. Oh, wow! Is he in bounds?
Who cares? Give it to him. That was a stellar grab. No, he calls himself out.
Wow. Turns out the butler did it. It's good, that. You know it was good. I will not apologise.
Nor should you have to. That was a nice catch. Under some pressure. They're looking to work it. It's a lovely Wall City jersey, but a throw that just finds the defense.
Here's Hall.
Look, sends it all the way across. They want another big grab from the big man, and they get one.
It feels like Butler has been a big play machine for TSU, even though it's not really going their way on the scoreboard.
No, it's definitely a player to keep an eye on over the next few years. I'd say once he comes out of college, he'll have a few club options to go for. A few people sniffing around trying to attract him.
Yeah, of course. GU, Guildford Ultimate, probably the closest you'd imagine, although I don't know where he's based normally.
Or where he gets a job once he leaves college.
Noah's walked past having brought us a pizza.
That's very gracious of you, Noah, to bring us a pizza.
We've said it on stream now, so it has to be true.
It's definitely true. It was said on stream.
No, what pizza has he gone for?
Pepperoni.
I thought Noah was veggie. No, he's not.
He's incredulously not.
I don't know. It feels like a lot of the hive are veggie, so they only eat like honey, right?
I thought it was the...
That's what bees eat.
Do you want one Benji?
I would very much like one. Yes, thank you. Lorcan is taking the longest I've ever seen anyone take to try and deliver a slice of... Oh, 2 slices, that'll be why. Because he's got 2 slices. Go on, my son.
Now we'll have to eat these at separate times, so you take a bite and I'll commentate as we see the Scorpions look to respond, take half, right? Yeah, 6-3, yep.
It's hot.
There's the big shot all the way to the end zone, slightly misread and sniffed out by the defense. TSU showing some fight here.
They are, as I take over comms and Lorcan can have a bite of pizza. Again, it feels like Surrey Scorpions haven't been able to pull away from their opponents. TSU have kind of ground out a couple of turns. Feels like most of these may be execution errors rather than big blocks. But I'm not sure TSU mind, as long as I can keep generating those turns. That's a high stall punt. And, TSU nearly kept it anyway.
Scrambled over. You could see the defender was getting himself in the right position, but 2 TSU players hoping to clean up the scraps. Fall through their fingers this time. Scorpions come back at it. Can they get their sting back into their tail? Toes the front corner, stays out. Looking, no cuts coming immediately. The only movement to clear out. There's been a pick call, I think.
I think they're calling whether he was in bounds or not. Some people on the sideline have a view.
I thought they were just looking to high-five people.
Up top. We found a child who brought us to some. Brought some to us.
And now the Scorpions searching front of the end zone. Stallcount's got to be getting high. He's going to have to put something up. Tries to send it across, and it's well watched and blocked.
Oh, you may as well put something in there. You've got nothing to lose. Sounds like a bit of Bob Marley and the Wailers in the background. Here's Huddart for TSU, finding a reset.
Bob Marley and the Wailers were absolutely phenomenal, and there's a great grab as well. Matching the tunes. Looking to keep going. Another fantastic snag. TSU trying to work it down, but that throw just coming out wobbly. So Scorpions get another chance, but they're going to have to work it all the way from the front corner. Under pressure.
Just going to begin with a little bit of handler play. Nice little inside through there to Spearing. Is it deep? And I thought it was going to be maybe a little bit of a misread, but tracked down well in the end. And then forced in, and that'll take us to half. That was a nice big crunch there, Lorcan. It's quite crunchy pizza. Feels like Scorpions have been the better side, and it showed, but we've certainly seen flashes of brilliance from the current TSU students.
Yeah, they've linked together these moments of great skill or great individual athleticism, but they've struggled to put it all together enough to carry them to a point. Getting some turns, getting some smart heads-up plays. Lots to build on, but it's tough when you're going up against a team who, basically you, but with 3 extra years of experience at least.
Yeah. You do see it as well, even though these players won't necessarily have played with the graduates, but you do find that, like, universities, like they come through the same sorts of systems. They tend to play in similar ways.
So are you a cat or a dog person? 2 cat people joining us there.
I'm a cat person. But I'm like, the way you feel about cats. It's like, I really like dogs. I just like cats more.
I really like other people's dogs. Owning a dog is a big commitment.
Yeah, not about that.
Yeah. You have to like find a sitter and stuff. You're going away. I suppose you do with a cat as well.
You have to walk them every day.
Yeah. That bit I actually really like.
No.
Maybe not every day, but
exactly.
a dog walk. Because, you know, it's really good for your mental health as well.
Supposedly. But if it's like chucking it down with rain, the last thing you want to be doing is going out. Sometimes it's just like, you know what, I'll just let the weather win this one.
You're there trying to talk your dog out of it. Like, you don't really need a walk today, mate. You can hold it. Take you for an extra long one tomorrow.
And there are other times when you're like, let's go for a walk, and the dog is like, no.
I've had my Ma's dog, one of them, just give up on a walk halfway through it. Like, this was your idea, and now you're just done. We've got like 40 minutes back to the house. You can't.
What happened?
It just sometimes was done.
So, like, did you just leave it there? Get a new dog?
No. We waited for a little while.
What sort of dogs are they?
The big one is a border collie mixed with a greyhound, so he's a lurcher. But when he was younger, he would need 2 walks a day, 2 big long walks. He had so much energy. And then the other one we just picked up, and it's like I think a Jack Russell mixed with something else, but it's another mongrel. And it was like a farm dog, so it used to it was a small dog, but he used to just be hanging out in a farm for years. And then the owners got a bit too old, so we basically just adopted an old lady of a dog. So it's just so chill. All she wants to do is, her name's Juno. All she wants to do is just sit on the couch with you and get belly rubs. So every time someone comes into the house, she like runs up to them and like begs them, like, yeah, belly rubs. And then we'll try and lead them to the couch to sit down. So it's a great blend of dogs.
Is she the sort of dog that's so old she needs like little steps up to the couch?
Not yet. She can really put some energy out there for now, but yeah, soon enough, I'd say. And then the other dog, Ziggy, named after Ziggy Stardust.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Ziggy Marley.
No. Although that was part of me quite enjoying it. Like I said, Damien Junior Gong Marley, he's my... Junior Gong. He's my favourite of the Marley. Second generation Marleys, I suppose you'd say.
Yeah. Not OG Bob. Butler again steadies himself for another low snag. Maybe he needs to get a little bit more fluidity in that, but he's more than happy to throw himself around.
I think it's a classic example of like he'll be used mostly on the receiving end and he's used to just throwing dumps. Over the next few years he'll develop his throwing repertoire. As the Scorpions cycle it about. Oh, and that's a super cool hat.
By the way, teams will always have room for people who can make big grabs, but also just happy to reset the disc off. You're never going to be out of demand. Butler hits the floor again.
And then he hits the gas as he burns deep.
Darrell Hall puts up a man-eater, and it's just knocked away.
A tough one. Close. But in that situation, probably would have been better served by floating it to the end zone. Trusting his receiver. No way that gets collected.
South Africa now 100 for 8.
Okay, so they started putting together a couple of runs in the back half of their batting catalogue.
Still not great.
It's not great unless they go on like a Stokes level run right now.
Well, that's not happening.
You don't know.
I do know.
Oh, well, in that case, Rutrow, South Africa. Oh, that's a nice hanging dump. Really well put up there.
There's a stoppage here.
Yep, TSU exerting some pressure. Playing pretty sincere mixed lines throughout this game.
Better not be calling picks at my Glasto.
How dare they call picks at your Glasto?
Disgusting.
It's not like you weren't jogging to catch up. Are you going to try and convince me you were playing full defense?
Just switch properly, IMO.
Oh, that's a nice fake. It's open side in the end.
There's 2 cutters there. Surely one of you should see that there's someone else there and pull out.
People weren't big on pulling out in the 80s. Hall jumps the lane and gets the steal, looks to throw it ahead and just overcooks it, unfortunately.
No can do. Oh, that was tipped. And nearly, but not quite rescued.
So that'll go down as a hand block. TSU with another chance. Nice read.
Yeah, just stepping into that lane to get a block. Ed's sitting on his chair. It's
almost definitely a wig, Ed.
I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure that's Daryl Hall's natural hair.
I'm pretty sure that is Daryl Hall.
100%. Famous university student Daryl Hall. That's what everyone knows. That's where Daryl Hall and John Oates met, as that one is floated so calmly into the end zone.
Going with the James Harden eating out of the bowl celebration as well.
That's Harsh Chudasama, who says he wears a hat and is human. So 1 for 2. And 80s icon Madonna.
Oh, fair.
Madonna had some bangers.
She did, yeah. She's another one who I'm kind of stretches across the decades. You know, like she had some bangers in the 90s. She had a banger in the noughties, which had Ali G in it.
Which one was that?
Music?
Yeah, I didn't realise it was that late.
I think, yeah, well, it has Ali G in it. Oh, no, you're right. That might still... No, because I think it was around when the Ali G movie came out. So I think it was like right at the start of the noughties.
Yeah, like 2001.
I was thinking that, but like, let's take a quick old spot check.
Can you pass me some beverage?
Some of the jug of cider we've had.
I don't know what you're on about, mate. It's apple juice.
Oh.
Sort of. Hung Up as well, the one that sampled ABBA. It wasn't as good as the ABBA as Gimme Gimme Gimme, obviously.
Yeah, so what are you going to do
Because
there?
ABBA, I mean, come off it. How good were ABBA?
ABBA were
like, disgustingly good. Do you want a fun ABBA fact?
Yeah, please, always.
So, ABBA Gold is the best-selling album of all time in the UK.
Is that like a specific album, or is that their hits?
It's the greatest hits.
Right, okay. I'm surprised that's over the Beatles.
Well, yeah. But Mamma Mia is the biggest selling DVD of all time in the UK and will continue to be forever because no one buys DVDs anymore. So that means ABBA have the best selling DVD and best selling CD of all time in the UK.
Fair play to them.
I know, right? They're not even British.
Oh, that's just fundamentals right there. Picking it up and punching it in.
Don't get broken.
Don't play with their emotions either, as it looked like TSU were going to be able to close the gap, but the Surrey Scorpions stomping down, no more bubbles style. Just look at this, just pick it up. One cut straight away. Pretty sure that was meant to be a flick force initially, but
Just
winds
gets
up being
sucked
too
over.
flat. Yeah.
You do see it happen.
Especially with beginners, playing against who I assume like a couple of these players are their coaches as well.
Some of these players are Masters eligible. So,
For the Scorpions?
yeah.
Jeez, they're looking well.
Not all of them, but a couple of them. Of course, we've had a lot of fun covering Masters this year, both with the European Masters Ultimate Club Championships out in Wrocław, Poland earlier in this year, and the World Masters Ultimate Club Championships out in sunny Limerick. That doesn't sound right.
And yet it is sunny Limerick, host of the best tournament. The Woofduff's big return to the world stage, it's worth noting. First major Woofduff event they'd run since COVID.
True.
There's a big flick pull. Now, I saw a couple of those out of Ross Nugent for Alba, and now again, it's like on years without seeing a flick pull.
I feel like the pitches here are slightly shorter than standard. Or maybe I'm just closer.
Brave catch.
Kind of little cheeky grin, like, I'm not quite sure how I had that.
Getting away with it. And now we can start to see that it's all falling apart for Oates.
That's a good 80s banger, isn't it? Getting away with it, electronic.
Can't say you're lying. This time.
Oh,
that's not staying in. That's gone.
That's a bad miss.
It's a rough one.
That's a bad miss.
That's a bad miss.
What?
Ed's just asking, is there a disc golf basket down in that corner? Perhaps that's what he was aiming for?
Oh, it's a heckle.
Yes, of course. Ed, perennial heckler.
He needs to up his heckle game, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, we're up here, like we're kind of in the upper echelon of heckle game.
Travel. Why is he taking it from there? Why?
He's stealing some yards.
What,
if you can, do.
No.
Scorpion's going with an upside down immediately into the dirt.
Just follow the rules. IMO.
Rules aren't meant to be followed. They're meant to be bent to your will, like people.
Don't think that's rules. Oh, hello. Oates has
Taken off his wig, yep.
he's had a trim.
And couldn't connect with Hall in the end zone as a result. I think that's deserved.
Yeah.
So we have another look. This was a great grab. The Victorious holding it aloft. It was up. It was up.
Honest. The longer you hold it, the more up it becomes.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that. Oh, fakes the flick, gets the force biting a little bit. Now tries to cram it down the sideline, towed in, and hammered over the top. Oh, and too casual with it.
Terrible. Absolutely
You
terrible.
love to see it.
Taking liberties, didn't have the freedom he thought he did.
Get wrecked, Lamau. Nerds.
Rafflecopter. No, it's not the naughties. It's the 80s, baby.
Pog.
What do they say in the 80s? Radical? Is that more 90s?
I don't know. I wasn't alive in the 80s.
Me either.
Milan, you were alive in the 80s. What did they say? In the 80s.
Simulan, eat your dinner.
Apparently this is a cowabunga, but that feels very 90s to me.
Well, that's because you were alive in the 90s.
Also because Milan's Dutch.
And we know how much the Dutch love saying cowabunga. Of course, Michelangelo stealing his catchphrase from them.
What a grab by Oates.
Really impressive stuff. Maybe getting that wig off his head has cleared it a little. He's doing the Nicholas Ho stutter step.
The old little jump cut. All the Knights making sweet music together.
I preferred their earlier stuff, to be honest.
Right, hipster. This one, a bit of air underneath it.
Big
Knocked
D.
away. Big D.
I heard someone say hipster is just like our generation's version of like hippie or yuppie or punk. And that made me very sad.
It's definitely not, though.
It is kind of, though. As that one's arcing really well put.
I hate that iron yappy. Yeah, well, there's this game's mandatory Simpsons reference.
All mandatory Simpsons references brought to you by LTTB.
Duff.
Just can't get enough of that duff. I always remember when I was like 7, I was walking around the University of Warwick where my dad worked at the time. And all over the halls were put up these posters and it was like Homer reaching and said, I can't get enough of that duff. And it turned out it was because it was a student election and the guy's name was Duff. And it's just stuck with me for like 2 decades.
That's viral marketing.
Genius.
We should rename ourselves Duff.tv.
I think we do much better.
Ulti.duff.
As you can see that fantastic grab by John Oates. Of course, it didn't wind up amounting to much as the Scorpions worked it back down the field.
Yeah, Scorpions have still got this in claw, I guess?
Pincer?
Pincer?
Crabs have claws.
Yeah.
Do scorpions have claws? There's a question for the chat. Do scorpions have claws?
Write your answer on the back of a postcard and send it to Glastonbury Tournament, Glasto, UK, and we'll get it. Good pull here. It's going to start TSU in their own end zone. Oh, that's a little bit behind and intercepted for the Callahan.
A miraculous play and the Scorpions get a crucial point to go 11-3 up. This game looked like it was going to be close at 1 point long ago, but in the more recent times we have seen the ascension of the Ascended from the university. The Scorpions are showing that they've got plenty of pints/claw.
Plenty of pints.
Or claw.
Pinch.
No, I meant pins. I meant pins or claw.
It's pronounced pints.
Pints?
Pints. You've seen the merchandise.
And we promise we will eventually open up a store for people to buy our merchandise.
Yeah, that's genuinely actually happening.
No, yeah. Wait, why? Are you Why would you doubt something I say while on stream at Glastonbury, Benji?
Because that sounds like the sort. Well, not. I'm not just criticising you, but because I think it's the sort of thing that people say. Oh yeah, we'll get merch done or whatever, and it never happens. No, we will, and you will buy it.
I find it hard to believe you're not criticising me.
Why would I ever? Why would I criticise you?
That's what I was thinking. But you kept doing it for years.
Doesn't sound like me. He lied, lyingly. This one going to land just short of Oates, who fields it on the hop and finds his partner, Hall.
All right, calm down. They were only rumours.
Sure they were. This one into the end zone is caught to bring Scorpions within one of victory. I think that makes it 12-3. Lorcan doing some score correcting. A couple of minutes before the game ends. Lorcan, I think, is ready and gagging to horn.
Oh, baby, I've been gagging all day.
Settle down.
That's
Simmer
right.
down now.
Save it.
Save it.
Save it.
Save it.
Easy. All right, 12-3. So, yeah, Scorpions really scuttling ahead.
Yeah, I think that's about fair for Scorpion.
I would describe this scuttle.
Just scuttle.
Much like a ship that's about to be captured by the enemy. Scuttle.
What?
It's the word for when you sink your own ship. You scuttle it.
Really?
And once again, the Jam man. We're coming up with the bribes, baby.
I've always liked the Jam.
I mean, great band, great man.
What's he bribed us with?
Well, this time it is a Hofligen, naturally cloudy beer, premium Belgian wheat beer. Yeah, so now we got a bit of wheat to go with our oats.
I wonder how long that's not bad, to be fair. I wonder how long that's been sitting in his cupboard.
I don't ask those questions when Jam bribes me. Jam, of course, one of the greatest players to ever play frisbee in the UK and really the world.
Is he though? Didn't bribe me.
As the butler has it. Shoots it down the line. And that's, just slightly ahead.
Might have sounded like it might have got a bit of it with the foot.
Also, obviously, as people are very interested, quick update on how the Pelt ladies are doing at Irish Nationals. They're playing Rebel from Cork. They beat them 12-3.
Oh, what happened in the gravity game?
They lost 10-6 in the end. Which, look.
Not bad.
That's not bad. Gravity, there's a lot of European champions on that team. And Gravity came very well, not very close, to be honest, but they came second at UK Nats last weekend.
So who's going to win the...
what a catch!
Who's going to win Irish Nationals?
Gravity.
What about in the Open Division?
Pelt, obviously.
You don't think Pelt are going to win in the women's? You traitor.
That was very well done. You're correct, of course. Pelt are going to win in both divisions.
That's what I thought.
All the hours of Ultimate content I've produced, I think it's the first time anyone's ever got me to admit that Pelt weren't going to win something.
See? It's all been worth it, all these years.
All these years. You've achieved what Ravi never could. I still won a couple of those picks contests. Which
Somehow.
I think, because I'm good at it.
Despite picking Pelt to win.
I pick with my head, man. I just always believe 100% Pelt were going to win. And I regret none of those decisions.
None of them?
Worlds might have been a stretch.
You think?
Not at the time.
And they could end this in one pass. And they're going for it as well. And they get brutally punished.
Look, if you're trying to end the game in a pass, that's the kind of pass I want to see you end the game with.
Fair enough. There's the hooter. So finish the point at 1, unless, of course, we reach the 13 score cap. That one just too far out of reach.
Yeah, she couldn't go for that.
No can do.
I know it's the third time that's been said, but it's just so perfect. I also think Man-Eater would have been
We
perfect
can
if
go
we
with
could
being
see one
twice
of
as
them.
nice. Yeah. Oh, look at that toe drag swag. Catching that coming underneath. He's wearing a jersey that says Tournament Director. Not of this tournament, son.
I like that flex, though. I've run a tournament, as that one gets skied over the receiver.
Which tournament is it? You won't know. It's with all my friends who live in a different state. And my uncle who works at Nintendo.
And my girlfriend, who's in Canada.
Goes to a different school, yeah. So yeah, that old chestnut. Yeah, you won't know her. She lives in Wales. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
Chief.
sure. People live in Wales. We all know it's just sheep. Sheep in Cardiff.
That one over the top.
Oh, and Butler gets it.
Mate, don't be talking smack about the valleys.
The valleys.
Beautiful part of the country.
It is a beautiful part of the country, in fairness. There's a lot to enjoy about Wales, just not in person.
Oh.
Oh, and there you go. Now that's a lesson you won't soon forget.
Got a little bit trucked there.
Just a little.
Little bit of a cluster truck.
Might have been coming down the M5, getting trucked.
Yoink.
Oh, nicely stolen. And he's been a star of this game.
He read that, didn't he? And he, again, looking for the big shot.
You're going to have to box out Butler, and he does, and he drops it. Oh, he's out of bounds.
He dropped it anyway. Coward. You should catch it and show it to him anyway. This has got very scrappy at the end of the game, hasn't it? I think they're maybe just trying to force in that one final shot.
A bit of end zone eyes for the end of the game.
Yeah, want to end it in style and in swag, and that will do it. Scurry Scorpions beating Team Surrey 13-3. And we're going to take a little bit of a break here. Don't go anywhere because our Glasto coverage continues shortly.
Alti.tv